I'm Kiera Morgan. Thanks for joining me for Coffee with Kiera, sponsored by The Human Bean, located in Newport and Lincoln City. And today I am talking with Sara Hurt, who is with Lincoln County Public Health. Hi, Sara.
Hi, Kiera. It's good to be here today.
Thank you so much for joining me for this really important. We've got some things coming up that can really benefit the community. But first, let's start off and tell folks a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Yeah, thank you. So I work with our health promotion team. I currently work primarily under two grants, one for tobacco prevention, which we've had conversations in the past, but also for mental health promotion. I work with Lynn and Benton County on a mental health promotion grant. And one of the things that we're able to do under that is offer training for suicide prevention, falls under mental health promotion. So we are here locally preparing to do some QPR, or question, persuade, refer, suicide prevention gatekeeping training.
So let's talk a little bit about that and what that entails.
Yeah, so it is just, it is about an hour long. Sometimes if discussion is real good, it takes up like an hour and a half on learning and understanding the signs and maybe some of the behaviors and those clues, those discoverable clues that people leave before they may be contemplating or making a plan to die by suicide. So the training is really intended to give people those very simple ability to be able to question, how do you approach somebody and talk about if they're thinking about dying, persuade them to stay alive, tell them that let them know that their life is valuable, and then how to make that referral, how to get them connected with somebody who's going to help them understand that there are other options to whatever the problems are instead of dying. So it's a really good and simple training. QPR, kind of like you might do CPR. You know, it's that 3-step easy process on how we can help intervene and give people hope so we can keep people around with us.
That's really important, especially right now. There's still a great deal of stress with the COVID, and a lot of people are still out of work. Does this help to address some of that?
Yeah, so it's really looking at what's happening for an individual. So we're all under some amount of stress. Our lives are so different this year. I mean, clearly I'm at home working, and even just being out of the office and not being with my coworkers is such a unique thing this year. So for people to feel like they have something in their toolbox that says the context for somebody is, I'm seeing this behavior change and I'm concerned about them. And I want to give people that encouragement to be bold and to ask those questions, because just giving people hope and any kind of positive action can help save a life. So we can, maybe somebody that we talk to is not suicidal. Maybe they're just stressed to the breaking point and they need a friend, or they need to be able to talk to somebody, or there's some other unmet need that we can help with. So the great thing about QPR is that ability to be bold and go talk to somebody can open up the door to provide support in a way that maybe we didn't even know was needed. And we have a lot of needs right now. So the trainer that is coming in with me on this actually is a former longtime resident of Lincoln City. She's currently with the Coalition for Suicide Prevention down in Lane County. And when she saw all that was happening with Lincoln City and Otis and the wildfire response, and knowing how devastating that is on people, she actually reached out to the county and said, hey, I want to provide QPR training. Well, it just so happens that in health promotion, I've been working with the Lincoln County School District and providing QPR training to all of the school staff. So it's just this great timing and great fit to connect together and extend that out to the community. So we have some online trainings. We're going to go in person to do some really small in-person venues. And it has to be small because of COVID-19, right? We have to put all the safety precautions in place to be able to provide an in-person training, but we wanted it broader to the community as well. So we do have 3 trainings next week that's available online. And people will get some additional support materials, a booklet, a local resource list. I tried to make a 1-pager resource list, but it would have been in microfont. So it's a 2-page resource list that will get distributed. Yeah.
So you're targeting some individuals who work in certain areas that may come in contact with people more frequently who may be considering suicide. Let's talk about who this class is kind of being aimed at.
Yeah, so the in-person, we have a couple coming up, one at the Black Squid, one at Snug Harbor, and then we're hoping to do some for like hairdressers. I think there's some talk, and Bethany has been working on scheduling the in-person ones because she's so connected up in Lincoln City. I think Marcy's Bar might be coming on board so that we can do a small one there, potentially at Chinook Winds Casino. So those ones, we are working with the community to do invitations in that way. We have not opened it up to say, hey, come on down right now, largely because of just trying to configure safety and seating and distancing and masks and all of those COVID safety precautions, which we're all very concerned about. So we're trying to do those in the safest manner, but be able to target people who are in the community who may have those connections and may like to have some additional skill set around, gosh, what happens, you know, everybody is stressed out. What happens when they're talking to me and they open up and they share something and I get that, either that feeling or they maybe give me a direct clue. You know, maybe they say directly that they've been thinking about ending their life. What do I do? So being able to give those simple steps of QPR and that kind of intervention, we want to be able to do that in person. And then the virtual training is just an online class. So that is, of course, if you have internet and you can get on a Zoom link, then we'll be able to have an interaction like this and show a PowerPoint and have discussion. I really like the trainings when they're in person though. It's a lot easier to read a room, to have discussion, to hang out afterwards and talk about maybe a story or a scenario or a question. But the times that we're in, it's great to be able to offer an online class as well. So we have a class coming up on Monday the 9th at 2 p.m. And then there's one at Tuesday, November 10th at 6 p.m. And then on Thursday the 12th at 10 a.m. So we tried to do some different times. Then we'll see what the response is. Maybe we'll be able to do some more trainings like this. So we're hoping that if people are interested, welcome to give me a call or an email and we can try to set some more training up maybe in December and January. But we're just starting right now, really trying to target locally to support those that might be affected by the wildfire. But of course, it's open to all parties, especially the virtual one.
Well, and I was going to ask if someone, you know, happened to see this a little bit later or is not able to make one of those times this week, is there a number they can call to set something up for another time? Or how can people get more information?
Yeah, I would say that you're welcome to leave me a voicemail. I'll give you my desk phone number. Clearly, it's the public telephone number up at the link or in my Newport office, but you can call me at 541-265-0595. And I'm Sara Hurd again. So that's, you can leave me a voicemail and I'll give you a call back. You're also welcome to send me an email at sherd or sherd at co.lincoln.or.us. And then we can take a look for other trainings. Either I can help coordinate, get some more done, or we can identify other training opportunities. When you are on Eventbrite, if you search for QPR, lots of free trainings are coming up. But we really did want to hold something just for Lincoln County. I think of course, I live here, so I'm biased, but I think we're unique here at the coast. And it's nice to be able to connect with our own community and be able to understand what it's like to be here at the Central Oregon coast.
They are some really important skills to have. And are there resources for people who, for instance, like parents or grandparents or sisters or brothers who may have some indicators from folks who are depressed, who are having a hard time? Is there some place that they can call or someone that they can talk to get information on how to help?
Absolutely. You know, we have a wonderful behavioral health department. And of course, since I work for the county, it's my go-to. I know the folks over at our child and family team and with our adult team. They are absolutely wonderful. So let me give a couple of phone numbers that can be contacted. So our local office, if say it's a grandparent wants to talk about a grandchild, our child and family team can be reached at 541-265-4179. For adults in Newport, they can call out to 541-265-4196. That's for Newport. For Lincoln City, the adult office is 541-26. Oh, it's the same number, 541-265-4196. You'll get routed to whichever office that you need. And then, of course, we have, if something is happening in the moment, it's an emergency, call 911. Get emergency services out there. If it is a mental health crisis, we have a 24-hour crisis line. So maybe it's in the middle of the night and you want to get a hold of somebody. Our local 24/7 crisis line is 1-866-266-0288.
Okay. So the county is also very involved in always looking for ways that they can help out the public. That includes having the community health improvement plan. Do you have one for this coming year?
Yeah, in fact, we are just in our first year of our new 5-year plan. So there should be a meeting coming up in December. There's more information on the public health website. And being able to offer suicide gatekeeper training, it really is part of our strategic planning. It falls under our health goals around mental health promotion and community resilience. So one of those strategies is really looking at increasing community capacity to organize community building events and activities. So this just falls right into that, to increase that capacity to give these kind of trainings. So we hope to do a lot more over the next 5 years, and for our community partner, for folks that are working on things that apply to the community health improvement plan, we would love to know about that. I would love to share more classes that are happening and be that connection and make sure that you can be the connection too. Because during all times, it takes a village. We're all together. We're a community. We need to support each other. We need to create those environments for everybody to feel safe and secure and healthy. And it's just even ever so more prevalent this year. Being home and being isolated and having all of these unforeseen events happen in one calendar year just highlights that need for connection and that need for a healthy community and that need for us to make connections with each other. So I'm really honored to be able to be a part of this public health team and to be a part of giving some tools to folks so that they feel like that they can help. Because we can all help. We can all provide hope. We can all take a positive action. Every life is important, and every life here in Lincoln County is important.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself. Sara, is there anything else that you want to add as we wrap up?
Oh, I'm sure there's 10,000 things I'll think of when we're done. But at this precise moment, I think we have it pretty covered. I would just say check out our Facebook page for events and updates, or, check out the website. I know our website is a little cumbersome, but there is good information on there. And of course, just feel free to call. I'm always happy to talk to somebody. So I will absolutely call you back and help get you connected.
All right, fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Sara, for Coffee with Kiera. I encourage folks to call the county if they have any issues or need some help in any way. We are sponsored by the Human Being. They are located in Newport on Highway 101 and 6th Street, and in Lincoln City at the north end of the highway on the west side next to TLC Credit Union. Thanks for joining me on Pacific Northwest News and Entertainment. I'm Kiera Morgan.